Hello YouTube. Well, today's video is mostly dedicated to my old BFF, Paris Plays. So, most of you guys already know the story, so if you know the story, you can just go ahead and pass the video, because it's not really important to you, it's just important to her. Well, it's not really, it's just a funny story for her because she really knew it. So, a long time ago, me and Paris went into this quote-unquote Halo group that was really toxic at the time. They kicked me out one day after entering, and I was really sad, but looking back, that was a toxic group with toxic idiots, and they were just rude to each other anyway. So looking back, I'm kind of happy I got kicked out, but back then, of course, it was different. It was cool to be in a group with multiple people. That meant you're popular or whatever in the Royale High community. So of course I wanted to be like them / with them. And my friend Paris at the time didn't really defend me. No offense, Paris, but you didn't really defend me in that situation. But I do also understand her point of view, because those, I'm sorry, but those really rude girls and boy, because there was only one boy, you'll get to know about him later. Those really toxic people in the group, were always targeting Paris. They never targeted me. They just kind of didn't notice my existence until when I said something rude to one of them, and then they realized I'm a person and I'm alive, and I shouldn't have to disrespect somebody to get noticed or get realized that I'm an actual human being, but whatever. So he was he would give halos to some of the members. The most popular girl in there was I forgot her, but he'd give her halos and stuff, and he'd give a few other people, another person, her and another person. So, and let me tell you, this was a kind of big group. I'm talking 5 to 10 people. Don't really remember too much. And they'd usually hang out in the apartments and the trading hub, but they'd have their meetings in the apartment, and they'd have fun in the trading hub, which, looking back, I was always sad that I was never involved, and they left me out a lot, but whatever. So then, but the thing is, he'd give halos to 2 of the girls, but then every time one other girl or Paris tried to ask for a halo, and let me tell you, he was giving them some pretty high-tier halos, and that time the high-tier halos were worth almost more than 4 times they were worth right now. And this is when they overpriced halos. And let me tell you, this boy had every single halo and doubles. Wow. And so every time Paris even tried to ask for Old Winter, which was the lowest tier back then, they'd all call her a greedy, and they'd go cursing at her, and they'd cuss her out, and they'd ban her from their group for an hour and ignore her and whatnot. But any other time one of the quote-unquote better members asked for a halo and Loki agreed, nobody would say a damn word. And I'm just yikes. These people got some issues. These people got some issues to fix. And that's not even the worst part. So after I left it, eventually Paris left it, and we haven't heard about the group in a year. Everything seems good, right? Until I'm talking with my friend Al and his friend, which I assume her name is Peachy. Don't want to assume her gender. I'm just going to call her Peachy because that was in her username, so I usually refer to people to they and them as their usernames, so yeah, and their OC gender, but yeah. So I was talking to her, and all of a sudden, Paris, especially if you're watching this, all of a sudden, right by this door, I see a very familiar, avatar, and I was like, where is this avatar from? Where is this avatar? Also trying to focus on what my friends are saying, as I'm trying to figure out who this person is, since their avatar was so familiar. But then I looked at the username, and I was like, oh, dang, no. This little, and you better guessed it, it was Loki. And I was just this little netwat somehow found me in a server after a year of ignoring my existence. I'm disappointed. But anyway, he was AFK as he usually was whenever he wasn't with his girlfriends. Yes, I'm gonna call him his girlfriend. His girlfriends. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think of the story? It was a kind of weird story, actually. Not gonna lie, but yeah, comment what you think right now. Okay, bye bye.